Hello. So I have been nervous about sharing this dream that I had, just because I was a person myself who wasn't sure what to believe about this. And as I was praying about it and as I was reading the Bible and just asking God to show me, I wasn't getting any clarity. In fact, I was only getting more and more confused. And so basically, I didn't always believe in the post-trib rapture, but I felt like, as Christians, we could end up being here for the tribulation. And so as I was reading and kind of hoping that God would show me that the rapture was going to be pre-trib, I wasn't getting any clarity, and he wasn't really showing me maybe I just didn't have the eyes to see it. Like the eyes in my heart were just not open enough to receive what he was trying to tell me. I was just like so much clutter in my mind about the whole thing. And so one day I just decided, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna believe in post-trib and I'm just gonna leave it. And I was like, God, I can't figure it out. Like I don't know what you're trying to show me. So I'm not getting any clarity. So if you want to show me, you can show me. If not, I'm ready to be here for the rapture. I'm ready to be here for tribulation, and you can, if it means that I'm going to get my head cut off, I will, if that's what that looks like, I'm ready. I'm ready to do whatever it takes. And so I accepted it. I moved on, and I didn't even think about it after that. And after a couple months later, like a month ago, I had a dream where we were at a party, and after the party, we were winding down. We were at someone's house. It was a housewarming. I don't know why I knew it was a housewarming, but it was a housewarming, and I was with the kids, and they were playing, and I was just find a room to hang out in because my boys are still little. And I was just letting them play, and I realized that one of them was hungry. So I went to the store to get food, and it was weird because at the grocery store, it was there was no baby food, and there was no produce or anything like that. It was only just like I talked about in one of my other videos, it was these red packaging, this packaging with I just knew that it was fake food. And so I grabbed what I could. It was random mix of stuff. And I also saw that I just felt the whole vibe of the grocery store was weird. It was just off. Nobody was really there. It was almost empty. And yeah, so I got the food. I came back, and then I'm fed my youngest, and I'm laying there and I'm staring at the ceiling, and all of a sudden the ceiling literally opens up. The ceiling opens up, and then the skies, our skies open up, and then I see roads and the hustle and bustle of a city. I saw a city, skyscrapers and lights and everything. And the sky was this shade of blue that I've never seen before. It was so pretty. It was so beautiful. And I'm just staring at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I see Jesus coming down, and I see him going from the way that I've seen other dreams, they say he just comes down, but I saw him going and gathering people, which I know that's not really how it's supposed to be. He'll just be there, and then people will go up to him. But he was still up there, but the difference was that he was kind of going to different areas, kind of zooming back and forth all over the place, but still in the clouds. He didn't actually come down. And then I see this bright light, and I'm as this is happening, I'm oh my gosh, I'm the tribulation, the rapture is happening, and in my head, in my dream, was thinking, I'm wait, and I in my dream, I remember saying out loud, I was wait a minute, the tribulation hasn't happened yet. We're still in pre-tribulation. And so I said that out loud in my dream. So in the dream, I knew that the tribulation hadn't happened yet. And then the other thing that I thought in my dream was, and Jesus is still coming despite the fact that I didn't believe that there was a rapture, like a pre-tribulation rapture. And so as I'm thinking that, like I see him coming like right towards me, I'm like having that thought about like, wow, like he's still coming to get me despite me not knowing and despite me not believing that there was a rapture. Anyways, he comes down. As he's coming down, it's like this big, like just glow. And I've seen other videos where people talk about like the peace and the joy they feel. Like it was like tangible. Like I can't describe it. Like it was a joy and peace that I've never felt before. And he comes down, it's like a blinding light. And then as I'm laying there, I'm like, okay, boys, like he's coming, like we're about to go up, you know, and like say that. And I literally feel my whole body being lifted up into the sky. And right then is when I woke up. And so since then, I've just been feeling such an urgency. And I just feel like God shared that with me because I just accepted that I was going to be here and that the rapture wasn't real. Like I was just like, God, I get it. Sorry, the pre-tribulation rapture is not real. I was like, I'm ready to be here. I'm ready to go through whatever you need me to go through. And the fact that God showed me that, and I knew that it was him. I mean, it was so clear. Like it was the clearest dream that I've had. And it was the only dream that I've had about Jesus. And so, yeah, it was just amazing. And it was such a beautiful and awesome experience. And I just want to encourage you. I want to encourage you actually to ask. I want to encourage you to ask. Ask God. Like ask God to show you a dream. Ask God to share with you his heart. Like ask God to show, like reveal to you what you should know about the rapture. And it's when I asked that he showed me the dream. And so I just want to encourage you just to, despite all the things that people are saying and all the noise and all the things that's going on, like it ultimately comes down between you and God and what God is speaking to you and about the rapture. I know it's easy to get overwhelmed with all the information that's out there. And so again, I just hope this encourages you. And I just am so excited and I can't wait. And I've never felt more excited about being in heaven and going to heaven and just, I'm ready to go. Like I'm so ready. So yeah, thank you so much for listening and God bless.